Out of 50, starring Earl Wrightson with Alfredo Antonini and his orchestra, and 5 great songs our country danced to, romanced to, and remembered in the past 50 years. And now, here is Earl Wrightson.
Friends, in the days leading up to this first day of 1950, not one, but 2 hot debates raged around us. Is today the midpoint of the 20th century, or is the midpoint a year from now? Well, that's been one debate, with strong arguments on both sides. But a hotter one has been to pick 5 songs from among all the great tunes of these last 50 years. Each of us has his own list. I'm sure each of you will have your own. Could be 5, 10, 20, or 100. But here are 5 that we think are certainly memorable. At least there's no doubt about this great tune of 1911, Irving Berlin's Alexander's Ragtime Band. Yes, ragtime, the Charleston, jitterbugging, and jive. The last 50 years have brought us a tremendous assortment of styles in dancing and in popular music. But one style that's still going strong, one that's held its head high through all these 50 years, is the waltz. From the first decade of this century, do you remember when we said, "Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you." The mid-20s found Irving Berlin still going strong. And now, side by side with him, Richard Rodgers, Cole Porter, Jerome Kern, Vincent Youmans, and George Gershwin are making American popular music a strong force in our way of life. Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue had invaded the concert halls, and by 1927, everyone was singing Gershwin's Wonderful. Many a fine melody came from the songwriters of these last 50 years. We wish this program were many times as long to include all those jotted down on our lists. But as a singer, fellow concerned with the words, I just had to make a bow to those other fellows concerned with words, the lyric writers, the men who caught our emotions and our slant on life. Here from 1929 is one of Larry Hart's fine lyrics joined with great music by Richard Rogers.
With a song in my heart, I behold your adorable face. Just a song at the start, but it soon is a hymn to your grace. When the music swells, I'm touching your hand. It tells that you're standing of your voice. Heaven opens its portals to me. Can I help but rejoice that a song such as ours came to be? But I always knew I would live life through with a song in my heart.
And now, turning to a man whose music has been at the top for more than half these last 50 years, let's listen as Alfredo Antonini and his orchestra bring you Arthur Schwartz's 1931 masterpiece, Dancing in the Dark. Out of 50. Have you counted 5 songs we note as memorable in these last 50 years? Now, as we look ahead to the next 50, let's go out singing the great song written by 2 of our most brilliant, most loved songwriters, Richard Rogers and Oscar Hammerstein II.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then, that somewhere you'll see her again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear her laughing across a crowded room, and night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of her laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you feel her call you across a crowded room, then fly to her side and make her your own. For all through your life you may dream all alone. Once you have found her, never let her go. Once you have found her, never let her go.
Well, 5 out of 50 became 6 out of 50, didn't it? And as we said at the beginning, it could have been 150 out of 50. For this half-century has brought us more than our share of fine songs, fine ear-catching lyrics, and pride in our popular music. This is Earl Wrightson, inviting you to join us 50 years from now. But meanwhile, if you're impatient, remember that Jack Benny, Amos and Andy, Edgar and Charlie, Red Skelton, and all the rest of the CBS Sunday night stars and star shows will be coming along right away on most of these same stations. Thank you, and Happy New Year, everyone.
Out of 50, starring Earl Wrightson with Alfredo Antonini and his orchestra, was directed by Oliver Daniel and written by Charles S. Monroe. Bob Hall speaking. Stay tuned now for the Family Hour, which follows immediately over most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
WCCO, Minneapolis, St. Paul.